It's your boy, Sir Splash.
Say you're gonna beat Splash, put it on the Bible. Whole game's trash, boy, put it on recycle. Money talks when you talk, really I don't understand. Said he wants smoke, but they all do the running man.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sir Splash, and today is my first what if scenario video where I take a situation in either comics or Star Wars and play them out differently. Now, this is based on a suggestion because recently I posted a community tab saying, hey, I'm going to start a what if series, give me ideas, and I'll shout you out for your idea if I like it enough to make a video on it. This video was suggested by Bud Carey UB, so shout out to you for suggesting this. It is what if Galen Merrick, aka Starkiller, survived. Now, I will give a quick rundown and then explain how I'm doing this scenario. So, Galen Merrick, the star of the Force Unleashed game series back in the day, it was lit. Some people didn't like the controls and stuff, but lit storyline, actually very good novels too. Anyways, Galen Merrick was the apprentice of Darth Vader. Darth Vader secretly wanted him to grow in power so they could overtake the Emperor. When the Emperor discovered Galen Merrick, Vader was forced to stab him, throw him out of the ship. He eventually cloned him into Starkiller, put all his memories back in him, all that good stuff. Starkiller eventually fell back in love with the girl who was his pilot, Juno, and Merrick, aka I'll just call him Starkiller. Starkiller helped the beginning of the Resistance escape by holding off Vader and the Emperor while they got out of there. And his family crest is actually the symbol of the Rebel Alliance. So today's what if is he had survived his final encounter, because in kind of the main storyline of Force Unleashed 2, he dies by the hand of the Emperor. He manages to take down Vader, temporarily matches Sidious, but Sidious was just way too strong, kills him. But he died a hero. Anyways, we're going to talk about what if he survived that. Now, the difference here is there is like a Sith version of Force Unleashed 2 where he becomes Dark Lord. Starkiller basically gives into his evil side. I'm not doing that aspect. So in this story, he still has to help Juno and the squad escape. However, he has a pod left over for him to escape on, and he only has to temporarily hold off Sidious and Vader. So he beats Vader. He puts all his power into blasting away Sidious, kind of catches Sidious off guard with his raw power, and flees, like just gets the hell out of Dodge. Now, we would see Starkiller have trouble escaping, but he would still escape. He'd be banged up too. Anyways, so he goes separately from the Resistance. Like, he doesn't even try to follow them because Starkiller is such a threat to the Empire that anywhere he goes, they would track his ass down. Anyways, so Starkiller would go off, travel planet to planet, doing his best to conceal his presence in the Force and learning new things. So looking for holocrons, looking for ancient texts, just getting smarter within the Force. Now, this is where things get interesting because, like I said, you have to be careful using Starkiller because realistically, if they get a whiff of where he's at, they're pulling up on sight. Vader and a whole army, because they're like, no, this kid's just way too powerful to let him run around. Now, Starkiller, while learning, would eventually get to Dagobah. This is where I think this story gets pretty cool. Meets Yoda. Yoda, starts teaching him ancient ways of the Jedi, helps him grow in power, helps him completely master his dark side, because Dagobah is a nexus. And like famously in the movies, when Luke's training with Yoda, he has to fight his dark side when in the cave when he sees Vader and defeats him. But anyways, Galen goes through all this, trains with Yoda, sticks with Yoda. Eventually, he's going to grow in power significantly, especially if he pays attention to the teachings of Yoda. But he goes into hiding when Luke shows up. He doesn't want Luke to know he's there, because let's be real, if Luke saw Starkiller, saw all kind of shit he was capable of, he'd be like, yo, tag along. He'd be like, you should definitely pull up with me, but that's not going to be the case. But after Luke leaves and on Yoda's deathbed, like before Yoda goes on his deathbed, because obviously Luke talks to him, Yoda says, yo, it's about to be my time. Follow him when he leaves. Make sure you tail him, because, you know, that young boy is the hope for the future. So, Luke leaves, preparing for the final battle. Starkiller secretly follows him. We get to the final battle, Return of the Jedi, where Luke is battling Vader. Luke would still beat Vader. Then Luke is confronted by Sidious when Sidious says, "Give into your dark side, become my apprentice." Luke says, "No, fam, I'm not doing that shit because I'm a good boy." And as Sidious begins to shoot lightning at him, Starkiller drops down and blocks it. And Luke's like, "Who the hell are you?" And he would say something Chad like, "Yoda sent me." And Sidious would be like, "Shit, this kid's back." And like I said, Starkiller, now in the Force Unleashed 2, he wasn't anywhere near the Emperor's equal. He was probably like 20, maybe 80, we could highball say 80-85% his power. Probably more like 60-70% range, because Vader wasn't prime. But because, you know, there's a statement of Vader being 80% of Sidious's prime. But anyways, he would have gotten significantly stronger, especially learning under Yoda, and the fact that we know he was very young in The Force Unleashed, and the boy absorbed knowledge very fast. He was a very high potential character. Not like Stupendous Wave, Luke Skywalker's shit. Hell no. But he did have high potential. Now, he's significantly stronger, and he says, you know, Yoda told me to follow you. I'm here to help. He blocks Sidious's lightning, matches power, or like blasts him back. They begin fighting. We would get to see Sidious use a lightsaber in Return of the Jedi, which would be dope. Luke would jump in to help. He'd be like, all right, let's get this money. Vader, you know, it probably to make it more realistic for Luke just to jump in, Vader would tell Luke, do it. He would say he's a good man, because, you know, Vader's changed by this point. He kind of sees like, yo, not only does he have a chance to save his son, protect his son, but he sees the fact that the Emperor could get wiped out potentially. So Sidious has to contend with Luke and Starkiller. We would kind of get like a Maul and Savage Opress versus Sidious look on it, a 2v1, which would be cool. But let's say they would do very well. Luke overwhelmed Vader. Starkiller was already above pre-prime Vader, and he briefly contended with Sidious. He's gotten significantly stronger, so he's legit. Those two are giving Sidious a hard time. Sidious goes sicko mode because it's Darth Sidious. He's not a bitch. And he starts knocking them back. Vader steps up, becomes a 3v1. They finally take him down with Sidious and Vader stabbing each other at the same time. So Vader still dies. Story goes on with Starkiller, Galen Merrick, and Luke kind of being equals in terms of Starkiller's not really his senior. He would be like an advisor. He'd be a wiser Jedi. But because we know of Luke's like retarded potential, Luke's going to quickly surpass him, become the head of the Jedi Order. That's not even how Galen Merrick gets down anyway. He's not trying to be a leader of shit. But he would go on to become a very powerful member of the new Jedi Order. And the story would just play out after that. You probably... he would never become I don't think he'd ever become a Sith Lord. But he would be a major issue with his power growth as well for someone like Kaidus. Him and Kaidus would be very interesting if Starkiller was allowed to continue and grow. That battle when Kaidus turns evil would be very interesting. But you would probably have to write in a new Sith Lord. I would probably make it, you know, eventually you'd write out Starkiller because he's so strong. I would probably write him out in like a battle. Probably Dark Empire Sidious would work. That'd be cool. Having him chat out on the Vong would be cool. Having him, like a final stand against the Vong would be sweet. Like a planet full of Vong, that'd be badass. Or even have Nyax, who was Lord Nyax was pretty powerful in his own right. Maybe even make him a little stronger. Have them while out on each other. Something along those lines. Write them out. I'd write them out around Dark Empire or a little later in the Vong era. But anyways, yeah, that's how I would handle Galen Merrick Starkiller if he survived Force Unleashed 2. I would not go the Sith way. I'd go the Jedi way. Him going to Dagobah, learning, then helping Luke down the road. Anyway, let me know what you think. Like I said, shout out to Bud for giving this recommendation. Keep dropping what if scenarios. Recommendations, best one, I'll pick and shout out. Join my Discord to talk to me if you want to debate me or just talk about my videos and content. Do so. Like, subscribe, comment. Look out for my Patreon. I will be starting it soon. Anyways, it's been your boy Sir Splash, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.